What's the most luxurious residence in the world? Well, you're about to discover out. But in the meantime, we can inform you that you'll want at least $128 million to personal a residence on this list. In this article, we take a peer at all types of homes, from penthouses in Monaco to palaces in England. So, except in addition ado, here's a listing of the 10 most steeply priced homes in the world. Kicking off our listing of at number 10, the most highly priced homes in the world is 18 to 19 Kensington Gardens. The behemoth of a residence is positioned on Billionaires Row, which is in one of London's most prestigious areas, Kensington Gardens. The property is now owned with the aid of Indian commercial enterprise magnate and billionaire, Lakshmi Mittal. He is the chairman CEO of the world's biggest steelmaking company, ArcelorMittal. The residence is roughly 55,000 square foot and used to be first constructed in the 19th century. It used to be at the start 2 semi-detached houses, later being transformed into a single living by developer David Khalili. It has 12 bedrooms, an indoor pool, Turkish baths, and ample parking areas for 20 cars. Before Mr. Mittal bought the property, it was once owned through some exceptionally well-known and rich families, for example, the Rothschilds, Free Poles, David Khalili and Bernie Ecclestone. Mt. Mittal can revel in the peace of idea understanding that his neighbors are Prince William and Kate Middleton. At number 9 is the Palazzo d'Amore. It's no shock that one of the most highly priced houses in the world can be determined in Beverly Hills, California. Palazzo d'Amore is owned via profitable actual property entrepreneur, Jeff Green, and is about 53,000 rectangular feet. The Mediterranean-style villa has 12 bedrooms, 23 bathrooms, Savera swimming pools, tennis courts, waterfalls and theaters, and additionally has a 27 automobile garage. Now, if you're into partying, then you'll be involved to recognize that the residence additionally has a revolving dance flooring and ballroom. Equipped to bust the strikes each time you want, the residence typically appears extra like an excursion lodge than someone's home. However, we can guarantee you that it is one of the world's most high-priced homes. At number 8 is Ellison Estate, $200 million, owned by way of Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle and one of the world's richest men. This $200 million property is the 8th most high-priced residence in the world, due to the sheer measurement of the estate, 23 acres to be exact. The property holds extra than one dwelling. Within the compound, you'll locate 10 one-of-a-kind properties, a tea residence and bathhouse, a man-made lake and a koi pond. Much of the layout of the property falls below Japanese effect and used to be modeled after a Japanese emperor's palace. The residence used to be designed with the aid of Paul Driscoll, who was once an architect and Zen Buddhist teacher. Throughout the property grounds, you'll additionally discover some very highly priced trees, like cherry blossoms, maples, oaks and redwoods. At number 7 is 4 Fairfield Pond, $248 million. You can't have a listing of the most highly priced homes in the world and no longer have one positioned in New York City. 4 Fairfield Pond is the domestic of Ira Renner, proprietor of the Renault Group, a preserving funding employer in smelting manufacturing. The 63-acre domestic comes outfitted with 29 bedrooms, 39 bathrooms, a 91-foot eating room, basketball court, bowling alley, squash courts, tennis courts, and 3 swimming pools. To strengthen the mansion, it requires a giant quantity of electricity. Fortunately, the residence comes with its very own energy plant placed on site, and, for these of you that love your cars, 4 Fairfield Pond has a storage that can preserve someplace in the vicinity of 100 cars. At number 6 is the Odeon Tower Penthouse, with an estimated price of $330 million. The Odeon Tower Penthouse is right up there with the most highly priced homes in the world. For that type of money, you'll get a 35,000 square foot rental at the very pinnacle of one of the most luxurious structures in Monaco. The Tour Odeon used to be designed via architect Alexander Giraldi and developed by using Group Mazzucato. The penthouse is unfold out over countless flooring and consists of its personal elevator. If that's now not enough, then how about a non-public water slide into a 360-degree view infinity pool? If you're a bachelor, and you've received the cash, snap this one up when its subsequent comes returned on the market, as it's one of the most wonderful homes we've ever seen. coming in at range 5, is Les Palais Bulles, for a cool $390 million, coined the Bubble Palace. Le Palais Bulles used to be designed through Hungarian architect, Antti Lovag, and used to be constructed someplace in the area of 1975 to 1989. Its nickname comes from a sequence of spherical rooms that seam out over the Mediterranean Sea. Lovag's notion for the layout of the property got here from man's earliest dwellings. However, this residing has been severely upgraded with some certainly exceptional creature comforts. For example, the property has 3 swimming pools, Severa Gardens, and a 500-seat amphitheater constructed into the hillside grounds. Bubble Palace is presently owned by means of Pierre Cardin, an Italian-born French trend designer. The property is commonly used as a vacation domestic for Pierre, alongside being a marvelous venue for events, such as when Dior showed its cruise series there at an indoor-outdoor trend show. Occupying the 4th spot on our is Villa Les Cedres, placed in Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, France, estimated at $450 million, this domestic getting shut to being well worth nearly $500 million. It was once first constructed in 1830 and bought by means of King Leopold II of Belgium in 1904. It used to be formerly regarded to be the most highly priced residence on the market again in 2017, however has, when you consider that, been overtaken through the subsequent 3 residences on the list. The property is set on about 35 acres of gardens, and its identity derives from the many cedar bushes positioned for the duration of its grounds. The residence itself is roughly 18,000 rectangular toes and consists of 14 bedrooms. It additionally has an Olympic measurement swimming pool and a massive stable, adequate for 30 horses. Inside, you'll discover crystal chandeliers, gilded woodwork, 19th century oil artwork, and a wood-paneled library retaining someplace in the vicinity of 3,000 books. At number 3, Villa Leopolda, $750 million, is the 1/3 most costly residence in the world. The villa is owned by using the widow, Lily Safra, of Lebanese-Brazilian banker, Edmond Safra. It's placed in the Francis Alps Maritime branch of its Côte d'Azur region and occupies about 50 acres. It has 11 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, an industrial greenhouse, helipad, outside kitchen, and one of the nicest swimming pools you'll ever see. The property is well known in itself, as it was once the putting for Alfred Hitchcock's 1955 film, To Catch a Thief. Antilla, the second most highly priced residence in the world, is placed in Mumbai, India, and prices a whopping $1 billion. It used to be designed and built with the aid of Chicago primarily based structure firm, Perkins Amp, Will, and hospitality diagram firm, Hirsch Bender Associates. The property used to be constructed for Mukesh Ambani, the chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries Limited, a Fortune Global 500 company, and India's richest man. The 400,000 rectangular foot constructing is located in Mumbai's Kumbala Hill neighborhood and stands at an incredible 27 taels high. It's additionally been constructed to stand up to an earthquake of magnitude 8 on the Richter scale. Inside the house, you discover 6 flooring that are only dedicated to auto storage, a carrier station for the cars, a temple, a 50-seat film theater, and 9 elevators. It additionally has a fitness spa, 3 helipads, a salon, a ballroom and yoga studio, an ice cream room, and a couple of cinemas. So, when all that's stated and done, Antilla reportedly requires a body of workers of at least 600 to preserve matters walking smoothly. And before we get on to the last one, please subscribe and share would help me massively, thank you. Coming in at quantity 1 on the list, and claiming the title of the most costly residence in the world, is Buckingham Palace. The palace is owned by means of the British royal household and is one of a variety of lavish residences in their portfolio. It is placed in the metropolis of Westminster, London, and involves of 775 rooms, 78 bathrooms, 92 places of work, and 19 staterooms. It's been the reliable house of the monarchy considering that 1873, in phrases of size. The palace tests in at about 828,000 rectangular toes, and the backyard on my own is 40 acres. However, regardless of its incredible dimension taking the title of the most pricey residence in the world, it's nonetheless no longer the biggest palace in the world. It's estimated that if the palace had been to be put up for sale, It would be someplace in the area of $2.9 billion, however it's tremendously not going it will ever happen.